last Friday and Saturday. Okay, so tonight, right, it's going to be quite long, but we are very, all of us, we're going to do short sharings on what we have learned from the different speakers last 1.5 days. We are going to compile into maybe 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So
how many minutes, Oja? How many minutes per person, Oja?
Any amount of time, but as of course, cannot drag until 30 minutes lah. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you are summarizing things.
Maybe can sound off lah. 5 minutes more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes the whole 30 minutes is very important to hide. Cannot cut short also, right? So, okay, so I'm gonna start the thing with Farid. Then after that, followed by Rosiani, then Jean. So you all have the what do you call that? You all have the list, right? So you just follow on, okay? So I no need to stop everyone. So I'll do the slide sharing. Wait, I got chat some more.
I sent ready to you.
Okay.
My slides I shared.
No, I cannot. I only do on my Canva only. Sorry.
No, I sent to you the PDF to the chat group.
No, I don't know how to do that. Okay, sorry.
No, then no need to share. Don't need to share lah. Just verbalize lah.
I have my own slides, so it's okay.
So I just verbalize, is it?
I cannot. Really, I need to share slides.
Okay, hang on. I need to find your name. But you are under Global Success, right? You can share.
Yeah, but I'm not the host, I think.
You can.
Cannot. They said host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay. Can.
Okay, can. Okay, so we are going to start with Muhammad Farid.
Okay, anyway, thank you for doing this. I already sent my slides to you all. Okay, my speaker is Pak Nasrullah. He's a presidential director, team elite 6 times, and he's a Circle of Excellence. And I can appreciate why OTG sent him as the first speaker, because usually you reserve the best speakers towards the last, right? But now he is the first speaker. I guess it's to really cement the kind of spirit and the mindset that we need to be in a peak state before we begin with the entire seminar, this 2 days workshop lah. Okay. So what Partners or Nasrullah covered is doing global business in the age of VUCA. First time I heard what's VUCA. VUCA is an acronym that stands for VUCA. V stands for volatile, U stands for uncertainty, C stands for complex, and A stands for ambiguity. Because they adopted this acronym from the post-Soviet political scenario where the Soviets have lost a very clear opponent. And right now the world is in such a volatile state. You do not know what is going to happen with COVID and then the war in Ukraine and all these things. So people are uncertain. So what kind of environment are we going to be at? Everything seems to be unpredictable. So the effects of VUCA, as what Nasrullah said, you all can hear me, right? Yeah. The effects of VUCA is that prices are uncertain, and then there's going to be no loyalty because people are more price sensitive nowadays. So consumers will always shift and look for new brands or other brands. Okay, and then the rules and regulations also keep changing, as you can see from the COVID scenario, where people send it one day you need to wear masks and some days you don't need to wear masks and all these things. And then because prices, because of the situation in Ukraine also, labor costs are high. So there's this tendency to have massive layoffs as well. Now that raw materials are also expensive. And lately also people having learned what they learn in school, they tend to see that the knowledge that they gain tends to be obsolete and irrelevant very fast, especially in the age of automation and AI and so on and so forth. So these are the effects of VUCA that people are facing, okay? And so what is the attitude towards facing VUCA? Is it a fight or flight, okay? And then Nasrullah was likening it to being in a ship, okay? A ship is meant to be sailing in the sea. It's not meant to be stranded on a beach, right? Because if you're stranded on a beach, of course, you're going to be safe. But if you're out on the sea, you will be going towards a destination. But the ocean or the seas are going to be rough. So either you face the waves or you just remain stranded on the beach. So the way to do it is to face it rather than fight it, okay? Yeah. So the best attitudes towards facing VUCA is firstly to keep learning. Secondly, to always stay united in community. So he was referring to the animals in nature. whenever that when there are signs that earthquake is going to happen, all the birds unite in unison. They fly towards a certain destination together. How come humans are not like that? Humans tend to disperse, become disunited, panic, fall into disarray and whatever. So you say, why not? If we stay united, we're going to face this situation better. Okay. The third one is to choose the right platform, or the right business. Because in why do business? Because in VUCA situation, it's no brainer. You have to do business. You have to find alternative means to earn income. Because if everything is also uncertain, there's massive layoff, what else is there to do but to do business? And he said that in the current situation, to do business is relatively easy because it can be done anywhere. It can be done online. It can be home-based. It can be done at low cost or capital. And it also can be done with affiliation or collaboration. So what sort of business befits VUCA? Okay. And he was saying that now with this current situation, the gig economy is the way to go. Okay. You can work full-time and then you can work part-time, or you can transit towards a gig economy. Okay. So saying that a lot of people are actually not questioning already whether to do business or not, because it is like a no-brainer. Okay, last time it is so hard to make people to do business, but now it's like the only way to go to supplement the income. So what is the right business to do? We said the right business, you need, in order to do the right business, you must know what are the characteristics of the right business. So Nu Skin in that way offers the right platform to do business, because number one is based on the right trend. And the right trend is, number one is anti-aging trend. It is an evergreen, and in the long term is going to rise. It will not be a sunset business. Okay, and it will, because people are also aging, it will experience exponential growth. Okay. Secondly, Nu Skin has the technology. It invests heavily on technology to enable distributors to not just survive but thrive. Okay, and he was saying that what makes a Nu Skin a premium brand, because of three factors. Okay, and we must embed this in our subconscious that Nu Skin is a premium brand. We cannot say things that Nu Skin is like what do you call it, like ordinary brand. It must be embedded in our subconscious. When it becomes embedded in our subconscious, then we can talk confidently when we want to OPP anyone. So three factors that makes Nu Skin premium. First, all of the good, none of the bad. Okay, when you have all of the good, none of the bad, that means you are confident that this company will never put bad stuff inside. There'll never be any lawsuits or whatever. Okay, whatever that it comes out is always going to be a best product. Secondly, it has a genetic-based roadmap. He call it PETA, but PETA can be roadmap or pipeline. And what he's saying that actually the scientists have already looked at various parts of the body, and already found out, oh, this one can be done this way. There are solutions this way, solutions that way, and therefore they have already crafted out a pipeline of products down the road already, how many years already. And thirdly, they have this thing called the S-curve innovation. That means it's always looking at what is going to be relevant or what's going to be a sunrise thing. Okay, it will now be coming out with products that are already passé or already passed beyond the what people are used to already. So it's always these three factors: all of the good, genetic-based roadmap, and then the S-curve innovation. And by having this S-curve innovation, it just means that throughout the years, in the future, you always have these opportunities to grow and expand. And what you need, okay, see, when you are doing a business, right, the tendency, you always need to come up with something new, something innovative. But all you need to do now is just to leverage on Nu Skin's pipeline. You don't need to crack your brain. It's all provided for you. All you need to do is just to leverage and then grow your team and your business. Okay. And the other aspect of technology that Pak Nasrullah mentioned, which is very, very interesting and is very forward-looking, in my opinion, is mind-blowing, is the IoT, Internet of Things. Because, okay, whatever that, okay, internet has already happened for quite a number of years, but our devices and the internet are separate. But now our devices are going to be incorporating the internet itself. Wait. sorry, everybody's in the family all excited about Internet of Things. So he was saying that now Internet of Things, the industry is worth 212 billion, but in 3 years' time, it's going to jump up to 1.6 trillion, not 1.6 trillion lira, not 1.6 trillion rupiah, but 1.6 trillion USD, which is 800% jump. Okay, and he's saying that what's this? Devices 9B and what do you call it? Skincare and whatnot 542B. Okay, it's going to be a very, very big market lah. And what it means is that we're going to have a database collected. Okay, when you have IoT, definitely going to have a database, and with this database, you also have the propensity to grow as well. Okay, the team. And third, he was then after that he talks about so many testimonials. And one thing that I like, I forgot to say, he was showing this a game of Othello where this person, this girl, she was left with only one black seat. She was almost decimated by this her opponent. Wow, like that guy can almost wipe her out, left only one seat. But with that one seat, she managed to obliterate the opponent at the last move. That means it's supposed to say that you should not feel that you are going to be lose the battle or whatever. If you have a strategy, you can always win the game. Okay. And the third factor is partnership. Firstly, he talks about how he managed to meet the founders in his TE trips. He meets the founders, he meets the other team elites, and he found that the culture is very welcoming and very embracing. And he felt that it's not just about the facts and figures, because ultimately the heart of Nu Skin is still the people, it's still the distributors. So throughout the years since 1984, Nu Skin has faced many ups and downs in terms of the economy, but they are always there to ride through the waves together with the distributors, and always have placed distributors as the number one factor is the people. So that's why they are trying to look out for new ways to help us grow, and trying to look at how to be at the forefront at the blue ocean strategy, whatever, in order for us to grow. So this partnership is very critical because it only benefits us. Okay. So when he talks about this, right, and when this is the heart of Nu Skin, I'm really confident it's not just about the products, it's mostly about the people, and Nu Skin take care of the people, the distributors, very, very well. And he also talks about Sharia partnership. This is important for us Muslims. It means that this business is halal, and therefore it will not have any ambiguity about whether MLM is halal or not. So they make it a point to have this certificate so that people are confident, okay, that this is halal. So partnership also talks about what kind of stable and strong company Nu Skin is. So if you are going to partner with a company that is going to sink in VUCA, then it's not going to do any good for you. So you must have a stable company as a partner, and also as a company that places you at the number one. Okay. And fourth is Complan. And say that there's this simple Complan that is always placing the distributors at the priority. Make it simple to share, build, and lead. How this Complan has managed to transform many ordinary people from all kinds of backgrounds into millionaires. Okay, from architects lah, politicians lah, engineer, doctors lah, whoever that works hard enough with this and leverage on the business opportunity. Anyone who embarks on this and leverage on the business opportunity will have the potential to become very, very rich. Okay. The fifth point. Why? Because he said that Nu Skin offers us to face any of challenges in a community. He was citing OTG as a strong community lah. So he was saying that whatever, whether earthquake lah, hurricane, whatever, as long as people stay together, okay, they'll always stay united, will not disperse. And when you stay united together, you can always overcome any challenges. So that's the fifth one. At the end of it, say this is a company that is there for us to just leverage and for us to share with everyone. Why not? Are we ready to do the battle or not? So the decision is yours at the end of the day. So are we there to help the people around us? Yes, indeed. Okay, so that's my sharing. How long is it? I hope it's not too long.
So, but it's okay.
my turn,
Next,
Okay.
Rosiani.
Section 2 is the testimonial. So Rosanna will show the testimonial. Okay, number 1 is Myrna Young. She's 44 years old, franchise owner, education franchise owner. So she has a twins and then she started to gain weight. And in fact, she even tried to lose weight by exercising and take Muay Thai for 1.5 hours each time, but she ended up gaining 2 kg. Okay, so when she was introduced to Nu Skin in 2019, she realized that the 2 kg was gained because of her own reward system lah. Means she work out and then she eat out. All right. So with the TR90, she still continue with the workout and then she managed to gain to have 6-pack. And overall, if you look at her statistic here, she lost 6.2 kilo of kg in weight, and her sugar metabolism improved. Okay, next one is this book Tati lah. I just short form. Okay, she actually a retired civil servant, grandma of 1. She's old. She says so. As you become older, if you don't take care, you will definitely have pigmentation, sagging skin, wrinkles. So she met Nu Skin in 2019, started with the 7-step treatment skincare, because in OTG they have the 7-step skincare treatment, and she has very good result until now. She's satisfied, but then she started to increase. She also started to she shared her story about using skin chemical peeling, and she was traumatized because it was very painful. And then she also shared that because she loved Nu Skin product, right? She actually started to use the other supplement like the TFEU, and then Ultimate Duo, Life Pack, Tea Green, Marine Omega. So this is one good example where you can increase the usage of your customer. Okay, and then after that, when she heard about collagen in Australia, she so excited and wanted to try. So she initially tried, right? She realized that there's no effect. But after 2 to 3 months of taking, when she took photos, right, many people commented that she looked different. And then not only that, some people say that, how come your skin looked taut, firm, and then flawless and smooth skin. Okay, so now she continues taking the collagen. Okay, next one is this lady, Anita. Okay, she experienced skin concern like most people: dull skin, chubby cheek, sagging, open pores, oily skin, blackheads, pigmentation, like whatever skincare concern you have, this person have. Okay, so lack of finances. So she was introduced to Galvanic Spa lah. Initially she had because of lack of finances, so she go for the marketplace skincare, but it doesn't have any effect lah. So she realized that, and when she stopped, right, it become worse. Like her skin more dark, and then more pigmentation or spots appear. Then she was introduced to Galvanic Spa in 2015. So when you see her photo in 2015, right, she's only 35 years old. All right. So now if you see her in 2022, she's 42 years old, right? Impressive, right? She looked great. And she saw the Galvanic Spa, and then when she did a half face demo, her face slanted, Okay, so pore size reduced and blackheads disappeared immediately. All right. So she is more attracted to the business opportunity because she understands that in order for her to look good and transforms beautifully, right, she needs to invest on her skin. So she said, why not she go and do the business. So she started with the home facial treatment package. And then from there, she started to use the commission to actually make her use the money to buy products from Nu Skin. Okay, then finally, the last one is Jenny. She's 65 years old. She used to be a hospital consultant management. I don't know what is it. Okay, but now she has a homestay for rental. Basically, she's retired. She has problem with health. She has diabetes, high blood pressure, GERD, allergic to drugs, and she has 3 times got mild stroke, and then 2 times unconscious. So it's quite bad lah, like complicated like that. And she was hospitalized for 10 days. So it's because she didn't lead a healthy life. Whenever she's stressed, she eat, and now she gained weight until 100 kilo. And she felt tired easily, and she only exercised by walking in the swimming pool. All right. So she tends to belch and fart. All right. So she also cannot control her urine. Always wake up 2 to 3 times to urinate. And also she tried intermittent fasting. And then she finds it's not suitable. She also needs help to walk also. So she started TR90 in June, and then she was advised by her consultant to eat properly. She followed strictly what the consultant advised her. So there's no fried food, and she changed. Let's say she wants to stir fry, she will use olive oil, and all the food must not be made from flour. All right. In 2 months, we've reset and with her diet in TR90, her body become lighter, lab results improve. So if you can see this, right, her blood glucose and the high blood pressure reduce. She feel good, she's not tired easily, and she don't urinate at night often. Okay, so that's about it. So very impressive testimonials from all these people. Thank you.
Wow, Rosani, you only did it everything in 6 minutes. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I share about Dean Win. He is 66 years old. He started the business when he was 52. He is almost a $10 million circle member. In his organization, he says he has more than 12 leaders, which is USD $1 million circle member. He is a 4-time Platinum Team Elite 4 stars and 1-time Team Elite Platinum 1 star. Okay. So what I learned from him is this. For Dean, everything he does is his mindset. His mindset is always positive, always can do. Nothing is impossible. For example, he was not well in April 2017, right? Then he started this 60-day journey from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh. Can you imagine someone like him who never walked more than 1 kilometer a day want to do this? And the first day, they walk from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m., 50 kilometers. I tell you, if I'm someone who walk more than 10,000 steps a day, when I hit 20,000, my feet like almost want to leave my body. I don't know how he do that. This tell me that his determination is very strong. And he told Ronnie in the interview that he walked with his mind. In his mind, I believe he already achieved it and reached the stage in Ho Chi Minh City for the New Skin Vietnam 5th anniversary. Okay, what I like his sharing about the business, is so simple. He said 3 steps. First, use the product, then sell the product to other people. Number 3, find somebody like us to do the 3 things, right? Wait, and then he say, enjoy the process, do it consistently every day, even when you don't feel like it. Your big check will come when a major income will come when you're 7 years in the business. And have the right expectation in the business, enjoy the journey. He says success is about doing little things every day consistently and be the best version of yourself. Wait. I read so many things. Now I need to find them. Very important. He said his one of his breakthrough in the business is after he sign up a new distributor, immediately help this person to make money and sign people under this person. Then you can call this a distributor. If this distributor just sign up and nobody underneath them, is not a distributor. And to have a power leg is someone with 4 knees. The 4 knee means like 4 level of distributors or executive. That's how I interpret it. To be successful in the business, first thing we have to make up our mind, make a decision to do new skin and to be successful. And people get breakthrough when they attend event like the Virtual Success Seminar or the New Skin event. Also, it's very important after you sign up a new person, need to meet their spouse within the next 72 hours. It's very important. If you can even know everything and everybody related to this new sign up, he even say the name of their cats and dogs. I guess this is like how well you know them and how close, right? Wait. Have faith in the system, follow and trust the system 100%. Teamwork is important. Trust your upline and leverage on your team members. Okay, he say every day, right? When you go out and meet people, he always have this 3 questions when he meet people. He always do these 3 things when he meet people. First, connect with the people deeply and understand them. Number 2, find out what is their concern and what they are looking for. Number 3, help them there and then. Sometimes it could be as simple like a handshake, right? You see, every morning when he wake up, he thinks, who is the lucky one that can meet him, or who is the lucky one that can meet you or meet me, that we be able to share this amazing business opportunity? Ronnie asked him one question. He said, when you approach a prospect, right, when we do prospecting presentation, is it product first or business first? So Dean replied, we have to talk what the person wants to hear. So by asking qualifying question, if it's about health issues, we introduce the product. And then if it's about better life, we introduce the business opportunity. Then Ronnie said, some of us make the mistake, very excited, tell the whole world, forget to ask question. I had this mistake also. So last one, I want to end with, Dean say his father shared 3 things with him in life. He said it's these 3 things. First, you aim. Second, you prepare, then you shoot. So I would like to interpret it to our new skin business. First, we aim, I think it's goal setting, what we want, income, pin title, the free trip. Second, you prepare means you need to up your skill, whether is it Omron people on for TRA or Galvanic Spa or Boost or Lumi Spa, and you need to prepare yourself, very important, name list. And he always say constantly increase your name list, build your name list. And when we look at our brother or sister or neighbor, don't just look at them like that. Look at them that they have another 25 or 200 people behind them. That's how you build and extend your name list. Shoot, I guess, no, not I guess. Shoot, I believe is shoot for your target, shoot for your goal. Oh, this is very important. He said the door of opportunity is not locked. Sometimes we lock ourselves. Thank you. That's it for my sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, I'll be sharing about Archie Rapanti. So she'll be sharing about digital leaders, what's the role about to be a digital leader in branding and digital tools. Okay, so at the first start of the sharing, she said it's not about the money. This business is not about the money. It's about the benefits you gain from this business is better character. And if you want to upgrade yourself, you have to increase the number of healthier people. So thirdly, she says is this business platform can be your savings for your hereafter. So like by helping others to be healthier, to be more pretty or handsome and a confident person and have more income. So yeah, this will help with the third point, which is about creating a savings for your hereafter. So having social media, it's not about the application you are using or the automation. To be a digital leader, you have to have these 3 things, which is ELG, engage, lead, growth. So engagement, so you have to engage with your downlines, you have to connect with your followers, your viewers, and you must know who's your target audience. So by building an intense communication with them, so that will move towards the emotion part, touching their hearts. So the secondly, L for lead. So you have to lead yourself before you can lead others. So if you can't lead others, at least you can lead yourself. And thirdly is G, growth. So growth is the first objective out of these 3. So self-growth is crucial. So to be a digital leader, you can create your branding in whichever platforms that you have, be it Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. As long as you use the 3 things, ELG, you can create a branding. So you have to create like a emotional bonding, like I mentioned just now, with your prospects. And it's not just about how good the product is. It's you have to touch their hearts, your customer hearts. So no matter how good the product is, if you don't know how to touch your customer hearts, you just like vomit it all out. And yeah, you won't get the thing that they need. You won't like respond to what the thing that they need from you, that you can provide. So you have, when your prospect is talking, learn to listen. Yeah. So digital branding is about what people know you as when you're not around. So you have to create a community of people that is die-hard fan of Nu Skin. And we ourselves, who's doing the Nu Skin business, we also have to be a die-hard fans ourselves, so that when we have this energy, we will attract the right people. Yeah. So you have to find out your target audience, so that way it will help with your digital branding. So like collecting this database of prospects, who do you want to attract? So your target audience lah. So what's your prospects background, where do they gather, and why must they trust you? So when you have to like you have to create this how to say, can they be somebody when they are with you? So you have to be a good role model lah. So your posting is crucial. What you share with your viewers in social media is very important. So it's like they can buy what you share. And so why branding is important in this business? Because people get to know you better. If they don't know what you are, like what you're doing, so how the business pretty much won't really work well for you if they don't know you that well. So and if people don't like us, they might get the product from someone else who's doing Nu Skin. So yeah. So your selling activities is can lead to trust issues. So if you don't create trust with your customers, you don't have branding, and then you have no, I'm so sorry. I mean, sorry. When you don't have selling activities, it can lead to trust issues. Yeah. So when you want to close TR90, it's a weight management program. So you yourself have to lean towards the healthier lifestyle. So if you're not like, fit at the moment, you work towards that. Yeah. So fundamental things like using product that Nu Skin have, and share and engage and teach and lead. So when you use the product, you share, like you post at your IG story or etc. Even in your postings. So yeah. So another way of engaging with your audience is to make stories like how's your day activities. So you share it in your social media. And so for digital tools, next is digital tools. So right now Nuskin have new applications which are Stella, Vera, the TR90 app, and the Nuskin Connect. So yeah, we must find out now. If until now anyone who haven't know yet about the apps, they should like find out about what's the app about. Like example, Stella and Nuskin Connect is for those who is doing the business. And yeah, so you have to connect. So that's the reason for the Nuskin Connect. It will help you to easily to connect easier with your prospects. And yeah, I think that's it for today's sharing for me.
Okay, thank you so much, Hidayah. Very good. Well done. Next, Diana, right?
My turn. So hi, good evening, everyone. So I hope you guys can hear me very well because I'm outside and my connection is quite low right now. Yeah. So let me share a screen. Quick one. I cannot share a screen. Yes. So I'll be talking about Dr. Lulia Siska. So Dr. Lulia Siska or Dr. Lulia is a Team Elite Platinum Presidential Director and she started New Skin business for 13 years from 13 years ago. So in her introduction, she mentioned that she has already created many other presidential directors in her line. Okay, so yeah, so she's a mother of two and also a grandmother, and I cannot believe that she's a grandmother. Okay, so anyway, so what is her topic is basically she says about hold on. Yeah. So she's talking about learning how to build and expand your business through the seasons stably, right? So first she talked about mindset. So mindset is you need to be ready and to be committed, or rather you should be scared that you did not complete your commitment. Yeah, so that's one of the things. And then also mindset, building relationship. So building relationship is just not recruiting distributors. It's actually to build relationship. So how do you build relationship? One way that she mentioned was to actually smile. So one of the things that she does is actually to smile to herself in the mirror. So before she meets anyone, so just go to the mirror and smile. Yeah. And then she said you also want to build relationship with people that you meet along the way, not just because you want to get people into your business to be distributors. Okay. So the second point is she said to have a professional mindset to build relationships also. So she speaks about a lot about relationship, and then also to educate and be an inspiration. Yeah. And if you don't know how to do it, you learn from your uplines and stuff like that. Okay. And then the third point is she said to increase your belief and also to increase your self-confidence, meaning to be ready to try to change or ready to try to learn new things. And then otherwise we won't be learning. Yeah. So basically your mindset you have to be confident and also be ready to learn, even if you don't know. So it's something similar to what the previous speaker was saying. So if you don't know, you learn. Don't worry about being or looking very silly about it. Okay. So she said, how do you actually expand your business? It's actually through invitations to events and also using the tools that New Skin have already created for the business. So, and also using social media and the New Skin tools are like Vera and other apps. So there is one slide of hers that says to empower people by giving a beautiful and informative presentation for your product and business. Yeah. And then after that, she also speaks more about follow-ups. So how do you do follow-ups? So there's this line in her presentation, which actually I captured that. She said, expose, expose, upgrade, expose, expose, upgrade until or rather the prospect actually agrees to come to any of your events or anything that you are going to present to the person. So when that presentation happens or when that person actually comes to your presentation, that's when you have to empower them by giving them a beautiful and informative presentation for your products. Yeah. So I always remember like, so expose, expose, upgrade, expose, expose, upgrade. Do not lose your momentum. Because she said you can be talking to the same person for using that thing like expose, expose, upgrade, but the person still doesn't come to any of your events that you have invited them to for 5 times. So she invite, reject, invite, reject, invite, reject. And then after that, the last one, you decided that it's not worth following up. So what happens is the sixth time that somebody else in the business actually goes to this person and invite, and then that person decided, okay, so this is the time that I'm going to see what's happening, and then that person joins. So you actually miss that opportunity with this prospect. So the lesson learned is that do not stop following up, no matter how many times the person have decided that the person rejected you. Just continue with the same person. Yeah. So there's this bucket that she showed. I can't share my screen. So there's this bucket that she showed. It's a funnel.
Actually, I can share.
Cannot.
You pass to Willy lah.
You try again,
Okay.
Okay. Can see right? Okay. Can see right? So this bucket, yeah. So this bucket that she showed earlier in her presentation. So you put in 2 types of people that you know. So on the left is people that you know. On the right is people that you don't know. You expose these people to what is the business about or what is the product about. Okay, through what? Through demo, through home meeting, through home spa or anything like that. And then slowly if let's say the person actually opens up his heart or her heart, and then yes, there can only be 2 results. It's either a yes or a no. Yeah. So even if it's a no, you can get referrals from that person or can be a customer. Or if it's a yes, then this person can be your business partner. Yeah. So don't stop following up. So she said beyond. So what is it that what is the onboarding plan for business partners, right? First is you start with your invites. So you invite them to events, and then you can give them a video of information, some link, you can WhatsApp them and stuff. And then you can proceed to do demonstration and presentations. That we have expos, so we can actually invite them to our expos. And then if if let's say you need help, you can use the 3-way calls with your uplines. And then we have business briefings. Like for us, we have our Monday meetings where we have our business briefings, or Tuesday where we have our presentations. Okay, then number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all these meetings that New Skin have already planned for business partners or business leaders to actually invite your prospects to come and see what do we have to offer. Yeah. Okay. So then after that, she moved to our daily 5. So number 1 is actually to use the product every day. Number 2 is actually to share the product. Number 3 is actually to share the business opportunity. Every day. So use the product every day, share the product every day, share the business business opportunity every day, growth. So how do you want to actually grow? So think about how you want to grow yourself every day, and also from this the last part I don't really get it, but in Malay in translation it means promote meetings every day. Yeah, promote meetings every day. Okay. Last. So last one is what is your role in this business? So obviously through sponsoring and retention, how do we actually manage that is through the enjoy rewards or any birthday promotion or any see live and expose. So that is your sponsoring and retention of your customers. And then volume generation, how do we generate our volume through promotions and through promotions. And then the last one is business programs. So what is the roadmap or what is the roadmap of us business leaders in New Skin? So you have to understand what is your role, where are you going? So that is the business programs that New Skin have already set up for business leaders. Yeah. That's all from me for Dr. Julia. Thank you.
Next person.
Next will be me. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be sharing about goal setting by Katrina Kong. Okay, she's currently a presidential director. Okay, she mentioned about how important goal setting is because when she first joined this business for the first 2 years, she tried to become a Ruby every 3 months for 8 times and she failed. Okay, and she decided, okay, then she have to do something about it. Okay, at first her uncle introduced her to this business. I just share a bit of background. I try to be chop. Okay, her uncle shared his business and she said that I don't think I can do a business because she's introvert. She never do business in her life before. She never sell anything in her life before. And she never tell anybody about business before. And she don't like to talk to strangers. She don't have experience and she don't have the connection, don't have money to invest. And she find that she's not fit to do any kind of business. This is her initial her lah before she joined the business. And then her uncle say after a few months later, then her uncle say, okay, why not you just read this book called the 45-second presentation. There's only 4 chapters. Okay, she say, it's okay, I can just read a book, no problem. So when she first read the book, she captivated by the book and she finished the whole book in 1 day. Okay, so from that book, she can see a little hope in herself. She straightway bought a ticket to Utah to look at the company. And then she realized that the New Skin is a lot of people in this business have humble background. Then there's lots of leap of faith. Then most of them made it to the top and be successful. So she's inspired to get out of her bubble, and she also think that she can do it. So she decided to want to do it. So the first thing, she's like fired up and everything excited. The first person she shared about this business is of course her family, but she was rejected by her family. So at first she was like shocked. Sometimes she even cried and like doubt herself. Am I sure that I can do this business? And then she keep thinking why she want to do this business. Then she think about the stories and the motivation, the obstacles that they face. Okay, so she said that she's having problem of becoming Ruby for almost 2 years is because she don't set her goals and she don't really explain, she don't really know why she's setting that goal to become a Ruby. Okay, so for her, so that every 3 months when she tried to be a Ruby, she failed 8 times. So her confidence dropped. She realized that, okay, I need to check back on myself. So she said that she have all the skill set. She know how to invite people. She know how to follow up and everything. But the only thing that she did not learn is mindset. Okay. So when she looked at all the successful people, those successful people actually push their limits to achieve their goals, getting out of their boundaries, getting out of their comfort zone, do something that they never do before. So she had to do all these things to be successful. Okay. So her mindset is the one that is blocking her or holding her back and stopping herself from being success, to get her success. So of course, the main reason is also fear of people judging her. There's a lot of fears that's stopping her. So she looked back into her goals, and then she realized that a goal without a plan is just a dream. Okay. So she wrote down a big goal. Her big goal is still the same, which is in 3 months, she wants to become a Ruby. It's still the same, but this time she did it different. She asked herself why she wants this goal. Is it to prove herself? She wants to prove herself and also prove the people who reject her. And then the second one, she also wants to go to success trip. Okay. Yeah. So she also asked herself, what would happen if she did not achieve this goal in 3 months? So when she wrote this, it hit her heart. She feel embarrassed of herself if this thing never happened again, because it's like a failure once again. So when she wrote this goal, it really touches her heart, and she cried when she even wrote this goal. She don't want that feeling of being ashamed, feeling of hopeless and failure. Okay. So another reason, when she write the goals, she needs specific numbers. Okay, she wants to be a Ruby. So what are her numbers? How many execs do she need? How many people she need to meet in a month, in next week, today, tomorrow, in 24 hours? What's her GSV? What she need to do? What's the specific of her? When she being specific to herself, then she's yeah. When she's being specific with her goal, suddenly it became doable. So these small steps make it achievable. In the next 24 hours, she need to do what she need to do in the next 24 hours. From small steps she achieved her goal. Of course, she said talk is easy, do is the hard part. Okay, because 99% of the results that she get is from her action. So these small steps from 24 hours that she wrote, her daily goal is the one that achieved this success. So she actually follows some of the successful leaders where they go to a salon and everything. So she decided to go to a nail salon to share the business and product. She's still introvert. She don't dare to do it on her own. So she actually invited her partner to do it together. Okay. And for 6 weeks straight, she straightly became Ruby because she approached. One day she went to 17 different nail salons. But of course, the first day, everybody rejected her. But she said it's okay. This is normal. Rejection is normal. So she just keep on doing it every day until 6 weeks later, where she became Ruby, which is lesser than 3 months, lesser than the expected goal that she wrote. Okay. So she realized that she need to take action and be consistent. And then you can see the results. So she and her partner hit Ruby at the same time. So she realized that initially you need to turn the wheel hard, but the moment you have that momentum, it wasn't so hard. So after she had this momentum of building goals and achieving the goals, small steps at a time, she realized that it's not so hard. So next goal, she became Emerald, Diamond, and Blue Diamond. So after she achieved that Ruby, which is 1.5 years later, which is still lesser than that 2 years, 1.5 years later, she became Blue Diamond. Okay, so she and her partner also became Blue Diamond. So achieved goals. So daily action plans are important. So even because when she reached Blue Diamond, she realized that every rejection seemed so small that she couldn't even see it anymore. Because she had this great fire in her, great momentum, so much inspiration, so much motivation to keep going to achieve her goals. It's just that she did mention that after she reached Blue Diamond, she feel content. She feel that she earned more than what she used to earn as a teacher. Then she did make these mistakes by managing her team. She wanted to help her team to become Blue Diamond or Ruby like her, but instead of becoming a leader, she became a manager. So when she did this, all her team actually depended on her. Everything asked her to do and everything. So she realized that her team cannot grow on their own. So that's the big mistake that she mentioned. So and her team suddenly slowly die off, quit and everything. Then she realized that if she wants to help her team, she also have to grow. So she decided the next goal is to become team elite. So, and again, she wrote the same goal, why and everything, like what I mentioned just now. What happened if she don't achieve team elite? And in 2019, she achieved team elite, and she went to the team elite success trip, which is just nice before COVID. And her team also grow after that goals, after the team elite trip to Monaco in 2019. Okay, then personal life, everything. So basically the closing part is that she's trying to say that goal setting is like having a direction and destination in your life. You can have the greatest, fastest car like Lamborghini. You can drive. You can sit in the driver's seat, and then you just need to press the pedal to go. But where are you going? What is your destination? Which direction should I take? If you do not know your direction and destination, what's going to happen? Maybe if you do not know your direction, you are still parked in the car park. Or if you did press the gas pedal, you are actually aimlessly moving around without directions, and you end up run out of gas. Then what happened? You get tired, no money, no more gas, you quit. So this is what happened to the business, where people drive aimlessly, and then this business is not for me because I did not achieve anything, because you do not have direction and you don't know where to go. So you become tired, no energy, then you quit the business, then you decided, okay, this is not for me, something like that. So this happens to everybody. So you have to set goal, make plan, get to work, stick to it, and reach your goal. So goal will drive and help you achieve your dreams, and be clear on how to do the business. Be inspired, be motivated, and be you. You can make it if you have clear goals. Action, you have to keep doing action, consistent, and the result will come. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Noor. Okay, it's my turn now. Okay, so my sharing will be on Partners and Bu Yuni's story journey, right, in New Skin. Okay, wait, let me stop share. Okay, so basically, Mbak Yuni, which we call her, come from a simple family, eldest of 8 siblings, and she says her family's DNA is as an employee. So her father also told her after she graduate, she just become a civil servant because life will be comfortable and every day you just get paid every month. Okay, finish. Education, she is a chemistry grad from the University of Indonesia. She also studied chemistry in UTM in Malaysia, and she has a master's in environmental health in University of Indonesia. And then after that, she works as a National Nuclear Energy Agency at the National Nuclear Energy Agency in Indonesia. So she says she's a very straight person, no dreams of becoming a business person, just work in the, study chemistry, work as a chemist. Simple, right? Okay. So before New Skin, right, she already have 3 small children, and the eldest at that point is only primary 4. Okay, and she's heavily pregnant. She's pregnant with her 4th child, and 4 days before she gave birth, right, she becomes a BR. Okay, so her home is not so near the office. She has to travel by car 1.5 to 2 hours to go to the office, New Skin office. Okay, so her husband at the same time is 100% not supportive of her decision to do the business. So when she go for her meeting, right, partners will always call her and ask her, when are you coming back? Better come back early. Okay, so so she says she's determined to make her husband 100% support her, at least allow her to attend business meeting. Okay, then for partners, right, this guy, he's totally different from Mbak Yuni. So he's okay, he says just 3 things of his wife lah. First, who in the audience is like his wife, a typical housewife who wants to be successful. Then second question he asks, who here have the same issues, have children who and you need to develop them well. Okay, and then number 3, never think of doing business, just want to work. Okay, So he asked the audience. Then he says he's different. He comes from a business family. So his family, right? Like every day, he can never imagine that what's the food on the table, because not every day you got money to eat. Isn't that interesting? Okay, but so he says some days he got a lot of money, some days they have to fast. Okay, this is the life of business people, huh? So there are also this there's also time where he cannot afford college, money, don't have money for college. So this life, no matter what, right, he feels that this life has prepared him to be uncomfortable and used to any situation. Okay, so he already as he married in uni, he's already become a successful businessman. In fact, he even appeared on television to be the first Muslim to be the first Islamic property developer in Indonesia. So quite significant, right? And he's so proud of his achievement. But 1 year later, right, he ended up in debt, almost 2 million Sing dollar, almost about 1.9 million. Okay, then he's chased by debt collector. It's like every day, anybody that calls him or ting tong the house is a debt collector. Okay, so his wife is determined to find a solution for his problem. Actually, people's problem very big, huh? Okay, so wife saw new skin opportunity, asked his permission. No, asked his permission, and then she says, "This business seems so good." Okay. So partners asked Ibu Yuni, can earn how much? Is it, she says can earn 2 million rupiah, 3 million, which is about $200, $300, and also can earn about 500, she says about 50,000 a month. Then you know what partner say? Oh dear, you have been poisoned by all these MLMers. Okay. Then after that, he says, okay, one day if you can earn 50,000, which is about $5,000 a month for 2 consecutive months, I will join you. That's what he told his wife. Okay, so Ibu Yuni shared with us that she joined the business in March 2011. Okay, and then in August 2011, she becomes a BR. And then from 2011 to 2012, right, actually there's no growth after that. So basically she says she grow to BR, BP, then senior BP, but after that she drops back to BR and then rise up again to BP. It's like that lah. Okay, so seems like you hear a lot of this story, right? So it's common, huh? Okay, then so she feel that the only thing that she noticed is that there's changes to her looks and her health, and that strengthened her belief. Okay, and the Success Olympic, which is the previous Success Summit, in January 2013, she asked her husband, no, why that my new skin business is not that successful. He says, okay, he asked her a question. What in the new skin business that you like a lot? So she says, I like the fact that the product and the growth in income, right, can actually help a lot of people. So he told the wife, okay, you go and focus on that. So this is also the one that he told her about the $5,000 a month lah, that he will join her if she can do it. So she shared with us in August 2013, right, she becomes EBP. Okay, and that's she do it alone. Okay, then October 2013, she becomes a Blue Diamond. Brand Director. And January 2014, Senior Brand Director. January 2015 is Executive Brand Director. This one is together with partners. Okay, and 2016 to 2021, they are Team Elite for 6, or Presidential Director for 6 years. In fact, they are also Platinum Presidential Director. Okay, and 2022, they achieved their $1 million circle. So 11 years in New Skin, people ask her, wow, why so strong? No, why are you so strong? You can stay in New Skin for 11 years. And why are you not, why don't you quit? Okay, so she explains that this journey is about consistency. So she says she's not the fastest, they are not the youngest, and they are not the greatest, but it's just about doing, it's all about God's will, and because of their persistence, belief, and focus. So she moved on to explain 3 things. First is belief. So first she says, right, it's very important to have belief first, no matter what happened. So her first belief is actually on the fact that about New Skin. She find out more about what New Skin is as a company, and as a science person, right, when she reads the company's science background, she's convinced that the company is real. That's for her. So Yeah, so and the next thing she looks at the people that do new skin. So she look at them, this people who have done the business for 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, who they become. And so this convinced her to carry on in the business. And then for partners, right, because he's a businessman, to him, he's not that's all not enough. Whether the product is good, the people is not the people, product is good, the income is good, he don't believe. But what actually changed him is actually one day when his sister is supposed to go to Turkey, but because she was pregnant, so partners replaced her, took her ticket and go. And that's when he also helped lead the group of leaders from New Skin to Umrah. Okay, so from there, right, that trip, because it's a long trip, you know, right, when you travel with people, you learn more about the person, right? So in that 9 days of trip with the Umrah, right, it opened his heart. Because he says, right, as a businessman, I'm not convinced if the product is good, the money is good, but I'm really, and if the people is no good, then yes, makes no sense. So to him, right, when through this trip, he realized that the people is really good, and that really opens his heart to accept New Skin better. Okay, and at the same time, when he go for that short Hajj, right, the Umrah, in front of the Kaaba, he actually made a prayer to God and asked God to give him a solution to be successful in the business. But he says, don't give me MLM. So funny, right? But then after that, God gave him a revelation through the Quran. Okay, and then when he opened the Quran, right, the Quran, the sentence, right, actually I wrote it in bahasa first lah, because I don't want to change the effect of it. So the Quran word says, bersegeralah kamu mahupun kamu tak suka atau duka, dan bersungguh-sungguh dengan jiwa dan raga. So this one means, right, it says you must move fast. That means hurriedly go in that direction, whether you like it or not, and do it with all your heart, whether you with whole heart, body and heart. Okay, so and MLM is the answer. Okay, so then it opens his heart totally lah. Okay, then second, she talks about dreams. I think Mbak Yuni mentioned about two of her downline who passed away. So she says about, it's not about just building my dream, you see, but through this business, right, if you haven't reached to build your dream or see your dreams yet, then make use of other people's dreams. And she saw this in her two downline who passed away, how their dreams is accomplished with New Skin, even though they have passed away. So actually one of them is Mbak Nia, right? She passed away and she doesn't need to do New Skin actually, but because the husband is a successful property developer, so but because of New Skin, her account now, her New Skin account is running still and is able to support an orphanage. I don't think set up a cancer, orphanage and cancer, whatever, cancer what? I cannot, cancer, badan cancer lah. Okay. And then the next one is Mbak Wirda. She also passed away because of cancer, but she's already an EBD. So that one, now her business, right, is run by her husband. This is very, very unlikely because for traditional business, right, usually when the person pass away, the business actually also drop, and then usually the family members will have to handle all the debts. Okay, but this is something unique in New Skin lah. Okay, and then they talk about focus. So they said, right, actually Mbak Yuni, right, her dream is to become a professor, basically to further her studies lah, to be a doctor, professor. But God has given her this way, and she says that in life, right, we have many options. Okay, but you ask yourself, you choose the one that gives you the future that you want. Okay, and so she says her dream is always to become a housewife that works with an income. Okay, but at the same time she wants to take care of her children. So she feels that New Skin fit her dreams perfectly. And she says sometimes, right, you have to align your dream with reality. Okay, and to live basically at the end of it, right, partners also say actually what you want as a person, right, for my wife is that she wants to lead a comfortable life that can actually provide for the whole family, and New Skin fits this perfectly. Okay, then second, the third one, they mentioned about persistence and consistency. So this one, she mentioned about a seminar attended by 1,000 people. Okay, and then this seminar, right, when it started, right, the speaker doesn't speak anything, nothing, just keep quiet, but hit the stone with a stick lah. Okay, so hit after 1 hour, People complain. After that, some people left. After 2 hours, more and more people leave the room. Then eventually, right, the stone breaks, and that's the ultimate for the speaker to speak lah. So by that time, only 20 people left in the room. So that one, the speaker says, to be successful in business, right, actually it's just this consistency and persistence. At this stage, right, how many of you are still persistent and stay here in the business? And for us also doing the business, as we are doing the same thing, and he gives example of his wife doing the spa every day. Doing this spa is very minimum. Sometimes people also see us very do nothing, right? But it's that little thing that you do every day, but how significant it is. Along the way, right, some people leave you. And in fact, many people will leave you. But are you still willing to do that? Continue the same thing. And I think from the rest of the speakers also, they've mentioned do the simple things daily. Okay, and don't care what people say. And basically to have consistency and persistent, right, is basically to have courage and patience also. Okay, it's not as simple as that. And the last part, they talk about couplepreneur because they are both doing the business together, husband and wife. So basically they just mentioned that to be couplepreneur, right, it's not just about doing together just like that, but every one of the couple, the wife and the husband, must take responsibility of the business. Like even if partners is not doing the business, the wife has to run the business as if it's her own business, and likewise for the husband, and must also align your thoughts and your emotions lah, so that you'll be happy in the business. Okay, that's all for me, from me. Going for the second day now. I think Wani, right?
Okay, I actually have some slides also. So it's actually the compilation of Bu Yusanida's talk, because I find that her slides are one of the things that is actually quite powerful. So it's been translated to English. So if you guys mind, you guys just can refer from there also lah. Can you hear me right? Okay. So Bu Yusanida is actually part of the $5 million circle. So the only reason why I actually remember this very clearly is because of what she actually shared in between her talks. She actually said this, that she doesn't think a lot about like whether it's difficult or whether it's hard to do this business, but instead she just look up and learn from the people that basically her uplines. So when her upline which is Bu Lani and Pak Roni, so when a very powerful lady with very kind heart. So when she sees her uplines reaching up to the $1 million circle, so she also aims to do the same. So when they reach the 5 million, she also aims to do the same. So basically, her mindset and her attitude is such that to her, it's not impossible. So you just put in your mind to it, right? So she actually starts this off as saying that New Skin is actually the epitome of a perfect lifestyle because it consists of the money. It gives you the money, it gives you the time, it gives you the health. It makes you beautiful inside out, and it makes you youthful. And for us Muslims, it's also like the ticket to Jannah. So it's ticket to heaven because like this business is a halal business and everything else that compiles in between, like helping the community and stuff. Yeah, so a perfect lifestyle. But the thing about a perfect lifestyle is that if you want to believe that New Skin is able to give us a perfect lifestyle, we must be able to believe that these factors are helping us. Like, for example, like, do we have belief in the company? Do we have belief in the products? And lastly, do we have belief in ourselves? So this is actually a reminder to myself also. Yeah, so to get that perfect lifestyle is not just by knowing the factors of what makes a perfect lifestyle, but to actually also believe in it. Yeah, so the second part of the talk is actually talking about the mindset itself. So what is exactly is a mindset? So according to her, the mindset is actually the principles in life and the values that we believe in, and that is what it helps to shape our mind. So the power of mindset actually is actually broken into three. This is all based on her slides. So if you actually see the one that I sent, the PDF that I sent there, you can actually also see the English, the Malay translation of it, or the Bahasa. So it comes with the actions that you take upon the activity and your response to it. And the right mindset will actually lead you to the right actions, and that is the one that will lead you to the results. And these results is like a cycle. It will determine your mindset again. So it goes over and over again. So in order for you to have actually the right mindset, right? The next slide talks about how our mind works, because in order for you to get that mindset, you actually need to understand how your mind works. And you need to understand that we are not gifted with the mind and thought. We are not gifted with the mind and thoughts like for no reason, but except that it is that we have to believe that it is actually to make our lives easier. So basically, we have to understand that whatever thought and action that passes through our mind, right, it's not just by accidents. There's a probability that is meant for us to like fulfill something. So that whatever that goes through our mind, right, if it's something good, right, according to her, do not be afraid to do it. Yeah, so that whatever that passes through our mind, that is what that will help us to set our mindset. And that's what help us to like shape the principles in our life. So what is it that we really want to do? What is it that we believe in? So everything that runs through our mind, anything that passes through, is a thought that it will result in this thing called the electromagnetic wave, and this actually causes our mind to behave like the attributes of the magnet. So whatever that crosses your mind, right, if you think of it from a positive point of view, so it becomes a positive thought. So you actually attract all the positivities. But if you actually think it as a negative, in a negative way, so you will actually attract the negativities, and then this is what's going to set your mindset, and then it also affects your attitude, basically. Right? So the next part, I think this is slide number 4. Basically, you can actually read up on the translations of what she said there. So I'm not going to go through that, but I'm just going to focus on this red color part, which says time and again, we will be tested and we will be challenged, but we have to know that all these factors only make up just the 10% of our success. So basically, right, whatever mindset, like for example, we believe so much that we have the right mindset and we have the right attitude, and yet when we do and take certain actions, it fails over and over again. But we have to understand that all these, right, are just factors that make up 10% of our success. So if you actually have the right mindset, right, you will not be giving up. You know that this is something that you're going to have to work on. You tackle on what is it that is a problem, and then you go. And then as you go on, right, you will understand that these factors are just 10% of our overall success. Okay, and then the next part, she talks about, now this is like basically like as many people would say, what is the secret? So I did not translate this slide as exactly as per se, but basically because she's just talking about how she believes the galvanic spa, how she started was with the galvanic spa, and how she believes that this is her basically her ATM lah. Because in her vision is actually to also like upgrade the qualities of a woman's the lives of women lah, basically. So what you can do is that you can choose a product that become your ATM machine. Yeah, what is the product that you believe in? You just have to focus on one, and that's going to be your ATM machine, like basically. So she touches on the law of nature. So you don't have to think so much. What we have to do is, because I think as humans, we have the tendency to overthink everything, especially like the way we are brought up living in Singapore, we have a tendency to like weigh out everything, whether it's going to be good, whether it's going to be bad, and then we tend to overthink that, oh, what happens if this happens, and whatever. But the thing is, right, we cannot be thinking so much. So you just have to go with whatever that you're comfortable with, and then with having the right mindset, right, you just go for it, and then don't think about what will happen, just believe that it will happen. And then she also touches on the law of compensation. So basically, if for people, if you don't understand what's the law of compensation, right, basically it means that you will be compensated for the efforts and the contributions that you make. But in her point of view, like, you use this law of compensation with God. So like, because we believe that whatever it comes, right, it also comes from God, like how much you really want it. So you just keep asking for it in the same frequency. You don't just say it with your mouth, but you have to feel it with your whole body, your whole soul, that you really honestly want this. And if you say you pray for it, right, and the feels is not there, right, then it's not going to happen. And if it still doesn't happen, like no matter how much you ask for it, just keep on asking. So the law of compensation on that part. And the mindset that happens, right, actually it all happens in our head. And the thing is within our control. So number one, whatever that you choose as your ATM machine, right, whatever that thing that, or the item or the product that you choose, don't doubt the price, because you know that these products actually mean we don't look down on our products. Our products are really quality products, right? So you never doubt the price. That's number one. You have to believe in that yourself. And number two, tell yourself that this business is actually easy. And number three, that put it in your head that anyone is actually capable of doing this. And then she also shared that we will also be facing many seasons in our lives. So in her story, what happened was that she actually built up her team into, honestly, I cannot remember, like, but she has a very big team. And then what happens is that she say her team started to collapse, and she actually had to rebuild her team. So that was the season of autumn, and this actually happens in between. So it's something that we cannot be giving up. Like, you know, like you cannot just tell yourself that once your team collapse or people leave you and stuff, that you're just going to give up on it, but you can actually just continue to work on it. And then to her that at the end of the day, right, when she practices all this, it has become like she realizes that, you know, the products and the prices, everything, right, is even cheaper than her previous job. Yeah. Okay, then after that, going on to the mindset again. So there's two kinds of mindset, like every one of us know, like the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. So basically it's quite simple. Just ask yourself whether you believe in your capabilities and whether it can still be developed. That's a growth mindset. And if you have if you feel that it's not your forte and his go and whatever that you are learning in your skill is like beyond your abilities, means you have a fixed mindset. So basically that's what we need to change, because our attitude is the one that determines your fate, and attitude is 100%. If failure is just 10%, your attitude is 100%. So like basically according to her, you can be like the most good looking person, you can be like the most richest person, but the thing is, if your attitude is actually not there, then like basically it's not going to be in good use. You basically can be someone who have no skills, you just feel like I'm just an average person. But if you actually have a positive attitude, it can actually change a lot of things, because attitude can actually be seen through your body language. It gives out this kind of aura. And then like for example, one of the example that she used is that she say, for example, you meet someone, you do not know that this someone like you or not, but through the actions of the person or how the person like act towards you, right? You actually know, or you can feel the aura of the person. Oh, this person does not like me. So basically it's the same. So when you have that kind of attitude towards whatever you are doing, if you're giving out that negative aura, then definitely the product of it is going to be very negative, right? So and then she comes up with this thing called the new skin mindset. And you need to believe that what you want will definitely happen because of the law of, in Malay, it's translated to law of nature, but I also believe it's also the law of attraction. And then this business is easy. Just keep telling yourself this business is easy. It's not expensive, can be done. And this life is all about our energy and our emotions. So whatever you do, right, it's not just very technical, but you also have to put in your emotions into it. Right. And then the seventh slide is about the 7 DNA of the OTG. So this one, I think you guys can just read about it yourself, like how this OTG becomes and what they believe as a team. And the last part is basically is a message that I think it's a very powerful message that she actually concludes in her speech. So she said the whole world is made for us. It's just up to us if we want it or not. And if we're able to believe all that, and we know what is it that we can do, then it will not be as difficult. So why does she say that the whole world is made for us? So for example, we see a car that we like. The car is already there. It has been prepared in the showroom, or a house that you like is already on the market. But how much do you actually want it? It's already been there. So it's really up to you how much you really want it and how much you want to work for it. So you set your mindset and then you fix your attitude towards having that. And then last part, right, the one in blue, if you're looking at the slides, right, the last part in blue, in bahasa, she actually said this, semoga kita dapat bisa menghayati dan menjiwai, mudah-mudahan dapat tercapai. So this word menghayati and menjiwai, right, it's the words I feel that is extremely rich. So therefore I cannot like translate it directly. So this is how I feel about the sentence. Normalize the thinking and enjoy those thoughts so that we may make it into reality and bury it deep into our souls and maybe achieve that what we feel or what we are passionate about. Okay, so either ladies, if you feel that my translation is actually not right there or the feels of it is different, can just help me to change, okay, in the comments. So that's it for the mindset and attitude. Thank you.
Okay, next is Wahida, is it?
Me.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry, Hannah.
Okay, can I start?
Silakan, Bu.
Okay, so to me, I'll try to make it very short and sweet, because I think that this particular lady really amazes me and she attracts me so much on that day. Okay, number one is because I didn't even know who she is, in the sense that her title, okay, because most importantly, I was mesmerized by the way she delivers. Okay, now this Adelina Irene, I've seen her before. I think she appeared in the VSS, the previous one. But I think this one, I want to ask you guys, you guys agree with me that she is the most entertaining presenter, right? She has the charisma, and she's very authentic. Okay, and when I watched the video again and again, I was asking myself, why is she singing? And why is she speaking all this kind of foreign language when she knows that there are people of different ethnicities and things like that? But what touches me is actually she is delivering the topic on power of communication. Now, power communication is very important when you are trying to connect with people of different ethnicities. And she highlighted that Indonesia has 1,340 ethnicities, right? So then I understand why she started singing. Because can you imagine when you hear those people who arrive at the VSS, you know, there are people who travel 10 hours. 10 hours one day or whatever not, and most importantly is more than 10 hours just to be there. So I feel that this singing is a way, a light-hearted way for her to communicate and to connect with the attendees. That's what I feel about her singing part, although I don't know what she was talking about, and even as a Javanese I also don't understand what she's talking about, but her charisma and her delivery was as important. But what is actually very very interesting, right? She was sharing with us that she is an ex-DJ, right? So when you talk about a DJ, definitely you will think that the first thing you think of as a DJ is this person is very relatable. This person is very how to say friendly and things like that, right? But actually, she calls herself a very choleric and pragmatic person. Don't bother me, I don't bother you. You know, so it's like so called to say that just don't bother me lah. I just like to be alone, and it's just very ironic that you're a DJ and you like to be alone. I mean, it just doesn't connect, right? But what makes her, you know, she was also asking herself, why did Bulani ask her to do a presentation on power of communication? So definitely it's got to do with her personality, right? So to me, it's interesting how she sees the perspective on how she's selected to the task. So she embraces it as a God-given task, okay, to prove herself that she can change, to prove to everyone that if herself as a person who don't like to be bothered and don't like to bother people and like to be alone, she can deliver this power of communication, that is something else, because she believes that everybody can change for the better. Okay, she's basically talking about also communication with fellow being, and then giving everybody, given that everybody is unique, okay, and special in every way, even twins, right? Oja and Oji, you guys look maybe the same, but you guys have different character, right? So she is also sharing her personal experiences, and I really find her sharing very, very humbling, because there are a few things that she said that really touched my heart and really shoot me right, left, whatever, center, front, back. Okay, she says that she doesn't appreciate people. Okay, I appreciate people. Okay, everyone here, I appreciate every one of you. Okay, I used to question, Halama, why this Oji say, like what you know what I mean, I'm like this, so I know, but after that, I humble myself and tell myself, okay, maybe she sees something that I don't see in myself. So you have to appreciate all these comments from your upline, downline, sideline, don't know, whatever line. Okay, whatever it is, you have to be focused that if you want to be better in this people business, you have to accept people's comments, all right? Because you need to grow, right? Okay, and then she also asked herself why she realized that over the 11 years she's doing this business, she realized that the fact that she don't appreciate people enough, she likes to blame them. That is the reason why people leave her while she was doing the business for 11 years. Okay, so you see, this is very common. Sometimes when we don't reflect on ourselves and we think like we're so bagus or whatever, right? We just kind of forgot to see that there are certain things that's missing in our communication with others, and hence people leave. But people who don't leave also keep quiet only, don't want to tell her. Okay, so be upfront with people, or be upfront with those your uplines, your downlines, or your team members, so that you can make communication more effective. Okay, because definitely we are in a people business. So when you deal with people, you try to avoid conflict, although conflict happens. Okay, but if you make people feel unappreciated, you tend to compare people, their results and their whatever. I think that is very unfair, because everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses. But to me, I think personally, we have to focus on everyone's strengths. All right, because I think also she mentioned that weakness can also connect people, but just focus on strengths. And she also mentioned that human beings, don't like to be compared. And of course, she also said that if you want people to treat you right, then you have to treat that person right. Okay, don't do to others what. Okay, never mind. I think you know that quote lah. Okay, all right. So, and this is also important to have the right mindset in this business. All right. Number 1, give love. Number 2, serve. And number 3, lead by example. Now, these 3 points, although she was sharing it in a very light-hearted way, right? I feel that these points, love, serve, and lead by example, is something that all of us, even myself, I have to always consistently tell myself, okay, when you love a person, when you love a member of your team, when you want to share to somebody the opportunity, when you want to share with somebody the product, of course, number one, you need to love the product, right? But at the same time here, you need to show your sincere love when you share this with a person, okay? And when you meet anybody, don't judge, okay? Don't judge. Leave the judging to God. Okay, and number two is you have to accept and embrace differences, because that will make your team very colorful. Agree? Okay, and understand and respect other people's opinions. Don't brush it off. When someone is giving an opinion, just listen. Okay, don't just immediately brush off, and don't judge. All right, always respect each other's opinion. All right, no matter what level they are, because everybody in your team is a leader. All right, and she used to. Okay, and then number two is serve. All right, serve. Okay, she did share something like she used to force her downline to do things. Okay, now this is something that I'm also guilty of sometimes. Okay, and I apologize to those who maybe have been forced to do things by me. All right, maybe sound aggressive or whatever, but yeah, it is a reflection for me when I hear her share all these things. Very, very humbling indeed. Okay, so she was saying that you need to take note of people's needs. All right, you have to share thoughts and your energy and help build their lives. When you want somebody to join your team, right, you have to be able to have the serving attitude. Ask them what you want. How else can I help you? This is all very genuine way of care and concern. Okay, because this is very, very important. So your future prospect will really know that you are very what do you call that? Sincere. You sincerely want to help them. Okay, and I say, wait, what else? Ask yourself what you can give that person. When you communicate with others, be aware of what you want to relate to them, and share with feelings, so that that moment when you meet with these people, right, is not wasted. Okay, now the number three is, of course, you have to lead by example. Okay, you must do, don't force others to do. You must do what you say and say what you do. Okay, now this one, very, very important. Okay, don't just say, okay, you must do this, do that, but you yourself as a leader don't do it. Okay, so that doesn't make sense at all. All right, and of course, if your downline, maybe you have new prospect, you have new downline who's interested in the business. If they cannot present, never mind. You just be there for them and present to the prospect. And yeah, I think that's another way to lead by example and to serve your prospect. Okay, and then the next most important thing that I think that all of us have to take note, even no doubt OTG or whatever. I think our team also, Global Success, we also have a system, right? So follow the system, follow the tools, and be and you will be at peace. At least there is something for you to follow guidelines, so you don't like go haywire and say this, that, and then don't make sense at the end of the day. Follow the tools, follow the system, and also stop expecting from others. You have to start doing first. All right. So and again, while doing business, right, we also need to jaga how we communicate with our spouse, with our children, our upline and downline. When you jaga your communication with the people around you, right, somehow or other you will create a positive energy. And you will have less tendency to like blame others and things like that. And I can really relate this, because last time when I was trying to do the business, right, I always like ask my husband like, why you don't want to support me or whatever, blah blah blah. But in the end, my upline tell me this: hey, you know what? Actually, you should be very, very thankful that your husband actually allows you to do this business. That's already the first step. So from that experience, from then on, I tell myself that whatever obstacles that I have, whatever challenges that I have, treat it as a hikmah. I don't know what is hikmah in English. Blessing. I treat it as a lesson for you to be better in this business. Okay. And the last point, I think, before the second last sharing that she shared about was like about 4 points when you share this. Okay, now this number one, right, I think is very, very important. I think this is also a reminder for me again when she mentioned something about image. Okay, I realized, this is something that I also sometimes forget when I meet somebody, right? When you want to talk business, you have to you dress up the aura of doing a business. Okay, you have to show up in business outfit, because that tone will be set for business talk. Can you imagine if you go and meet a person you want to talk about business and you wear like coffee shop kind of attire, right? No, it's not appropriate, right? And the seriousness is not there. Okay, but even if you don't have something expensive, you don't have something flamboyant or whatever, right? You just be present in a presentable attire. Okay, and because you need to show the importance of the message, and you want the person who meets you to feel that their presence is appreciated. All right, and number 2, body language. Now, body language, I think by now everybody should know, because this is emphasized over and over again. Body language is very important. And the first thing that you need to do when you meet a prospect or whosoever that you're not met for so long, smile. Now, smile and have eye contact. And when you can, lean forward so that you can get their attention. Show the positive aura and smile and show your excitement why you love the products and things like that. All right. And number 3, choice of words. Now, choice of words is very important because you need to think before you speak also at the same time. Now, this of course requires skill, but over time, when you meet people and all that, it will come to you. Choice of words is very important because you need to know who's the person that you're talking to. You also need to know their background. You need to know what is their concern at the moment, what's their need. Like just now, right? When you're trying to serve, you need to know all these things. Okay, and number 4, emotions. Now, emotions is something that you have to jaga, all right? And the next 2 important things that, I think this one here is something that I feel, I don't know, it kind of like, she was talking about being humble and believing in yourself. Number 1, she did say this, if she did not meet Nu Skin, right, I think she wouldn't be the person that she is right now. And she's very, very thankful that she met Nu Skin because it changed her, definitely. Okay, and she also said that you have to believe in yourself, even though like it's got to do with image also lah. Okay, you have to believe in yourself. Number 1, if you feel not confident on that day, right, maybe what you can do is like what Bu Sanida say, right, maybe you look at the mirror and smile. So and then you have to say that I can do this. Self-affirmation is also very important to create the confidence in yourself and the belief in yourself. And you need to believe that this business is something that you want to do for your family and your life. And I think if you're committed to this, right, I think it will like come lah. And I would say it's not easy, but when you do it consistently, like many other leaders also share with us, I think it will happen. It will happen. I didn't believe in myself till last time, but even Rosani was telling me that, hey, how come we always frown? But I didn't even intend to frown, but I try and practice to look at myself in the mirror and smile. Even though I feel very irritated, I just smile. But it's like subconsciously you smile all the way. Even people say you look gila or whatever, doesn't matter. You must smile because self-confidence, self-belief, and being humble is very important. And the next most important thing she says is, our success don't belong to us, and that's very humbling. Our success don't belong to us. Even if whatever you title you achieve, you must realize that the success did not belong to you only, because it is the result of teamwork and of course help from others and of course God's blessings, right? And last but not least, what I want to say is, you see, my tudung also come move here and there already. Okay, the next thing that I want to say is I think my brother is smiling, right? Okay, and the next thing that I appreciate Rosanna and Rosania's interpretation for this, when she said that, because I was also trying to see what she was trying to say. See, this statement I think is very, very powerful. We can create an impact to others because of our strengths, but also remember that people can also connect with us because of our weaknesses. I think we have to reflect this, okay? And please, if you feel that you're still not good, you're still not whatever, please, just throw that away, the rubbish bin, and just believe in yourself. Believe first, because I think when you don't have belief first, you must believe first, right? That you can do, right? Yeah, so you must have belief that despite whatever the weakness that you have, you must always trust the fact that you have teamwork to help you succeed. Agree, guys? I agree totally. So believe in the fact that you are not alone. Be grateful with the platform and always thank God. All right. So thank you for that's my sharing for today.
Okay, thank you. You can hear me, everyone? Yeah, okay, good. Okay, I'm going to share about, it's a forum-like session on power of community. Yeah, this is Dr. Yanti. She actually, these are all the 4 leaders. Okay, her first question to the leaders, right? Who are they in Nu Skin and their roles in OTG? So she also explained what does OTG means. OTG means is One Team Global. It's a non-profit organization. It's a platform that teach people how to do business and also have events. Okay, so the four, right, the one from the right, okay, that's Dr. Helen. Helen, Dr. She's a senior brand director, and her role is guest relations. Okay, next to her is Dr. Alona. She's a BD. She's a brand director. Okay, yeah, this is Helen. Okay, Dr. Alona, she is a BD. Yes, she's a dancer. I mean, she has been assigned a dancer in, what is that, my room? Okay, as a dancer in OTG. She has been assigned as a dancer in OTG. And then next is Anji Gumai. He's an EBD, and he's a floor director. He's a person in charge for events, for OTG events. And next is Laura. She's also an EBD, executive brand director. Yeah, this is her. You can see her transformation, right? Yeah, she looks more beautiful and slimmer there. Okay, she's a floor director as well. Okay, in OTG. Okay, so actually the Dr. Genty actually asked them, when did they start serving OTG? And then Helen actually started since she was a BA, which is the brand affiliate. Laura, on the other hand, she actually joined, when she first joined, right, she saw all the leaders or all those people who serve, they're all leaders. Yeah, so, but there was a point where she actually dropped from EBP to BR. So her upline, Mbak Ezi, gave her a responsibility. Okay, then she actually felt she was not competent enough, okay, to come up with all those responsibility to handle the responsibilities. Okay, and then but you know what Mbak Ezi said? She said, because you don't have a team, I give you an opportunity to lead. Yeah, so you imagine them as your children. What kind of leader you want to be if they are your children? So this is actually hit her. And then so what she did was she started to prepare everything. She became everything for the event, even like preparing snacks and all. Okay, and then yeah, then without you, so what happened was, without even asking her downlines, right, to be team player in the end, now all her downlines become volunteers very willingly. And then this is like a testimony of a lead by example. So this is what she actually learned from OTG, leading by example. And then next is Andy Gumai. Actually, Dr. Genty actually remembered him as someone who always like the one who carry chairs during events. Okay, he regards actually OTG not as a family, but actually a savior. He said, Andy is actually for everyone's knowledge, right? Andy is not a downline of Ronnie and Bulani. So likewise, Dr. Genty, they are actually all sidelines. Okay, but there was a period when he was actually introduced to Ronnie and Lani through his upline with Paul. And then before he was supposed to go back to Indonesia, because he was sponsored by Paul in New Zealand. So he did not, so he actually told Andy that Ronnie and Lani do not accept any money, do not accept your money, but they actually welcome you back in Indo with a very big heart and open arms. So there's one thing that he remember this very clearly. He said that is like, have a heart to give, not a heart to just be a recipient. So it's like not what you want to get, but it's what you can give. Yeah. And he also said this, don't come on time, but come before time. This is very useful and very useful tips. And then he said, there's another question that Genty actually asked him. How do you actually control your mind with servanthood leadership? So he actually mentioned that his breakthrough is what he get from his involvement in OTG, not from leading his lines in East Indonesia. Yeah, so from arranging chairs, he actually was pushed to become, he said that he actually being promoted to give testimonials. Okay, he also mentioned he got stage frights, like all of us do. But later on, he was actually promoted to speakers, to become a speaker. So when he became a speaker at that time, he actually did not have any of his members attending. That means he did not have any guests or downlines or guests attending. So he told himself, he imagined having a very big team. So the first session that he has, the biggest session with a very big team that he has was 1,000 guests of his team. So his dream actually came true. Yeah, so he said that in OTG, Dr. Genty said that in OTG, it's not about pin titles. Okay, it's all about partnerships. It's about being a team player. It's about respecting each other. It's about cross-learning. Okay, just like our global success as well. This is a very good point. And in OTG, okay, then she also remember, she remember Pak Ronnie actually did this talking in a conference every single day for a year, with or without audience. Okay, so such dedication, and he's really leading by example. So he said, no need to be perfect, but just keep doing. Yeah, then Dr. Alona, on the other end, she's an aesthetic doctor, right? So she said that having mentors, right? Actually, mentors can see our potential. They have eagle view. And previously, she had like limiting belief that she said that she cannot do it. She's not up to the responsibility that is given to her. And this actually made a lot of people step back. Okay, so her initial mindset was not to become a leader. So, but there's one thing that she said. Her motto is serve with your heart. So similar, is serve with your heart, not for people, but for the gods, for God. Yeah. And then on the other hand, Helen actually said that she almost like gave up. She almost wanted to quit because she lack of sleep, and she actually got scolded because she's a relations of like guest relations, right? And then but what Ibu Lani actually told her actually opened her eyes and her heart. She said, it is not about you, it is but the people. It's about the people. Yeah. And the next question that they have, if there are also good seasons, right? Good seasons like things are going on well, everyone is euphoria, but there's also times where you have winter season where people start leaving. So when things happen like that, right? What should you do? Is you go back to your community, to go back to your system to get the energy. Yeah. Okay. And okay. Then Laura also mentioned that she is an introvert. So in the business, she said that we need to be influential to grow. Okay, you need to take action, you need to lead. So to lead, you need to be in front, where you need to be on stage. Yeah, and then they also mentioned about Buati when is another sideline of them. When asked to give like testimonials, right? She ran to the toilet 3 to 4 times. That's how, you know, being anxious and all that. But she said, but now she can actually share, and every time she shares, it's never boring. Yeah, so is the community actually allows us to grow as a team. Okay, then they also mentioned that every role is very important, no matter how small your role is. So get involved 100% and be present and participate. Even like if $5 million circle member Pak Abi, I think Pak Abi is the husband of Ibu Yusanida. He actually mentioned they actually mentioned that he become a team player whenever there is any events, right? He's the first one to be in front and dance. You know, it's like be present. And in conclusion, right, I'm ending already. In conclusion, this business is about gathering of talents from different backgrounds. We are here to compete, but not to compete. Yeah. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. It's amazing. All of the speakers are amazing. And today I'm going to share to you about Ibu Lani. Okay. she's amazing and she's inspiring. And I think like one of the reasons I really wanted to do this business is one of them is Ibu Lani. Okay, one of them she's very inspiration. Okay, and I will share just a short maybe 5 minutes. I try to share with you guys about Ibu Lani, even though I can share like maybe 1 hour, but I will share inshallah like a summary of what she shared. And what she shared is really amazing and powerful. And one of it is that one of it is that what is your purpose? Okay. Then the second one is everything is possible. Yeah. So the thing that we need to focus is these 4 of it, which is actually to focus God, ourselves, a family, and also the people around us, or the community. And she said that even though she has been doing this business for quite a long time, to be honest, she has gained a lot of success, but not as a lot of success, because you can see like MLM is a very big opportunity where you can actually earn more than what you can actually imagine. Yeah. So when Ibu Lani shared, she said that when she wanted to found her purpose, okay, she was searching for her purpose, and she was like whether to join New Skin or not, whether it's to not to join New Skin. She already been in this New Skin. She started 2007. 2006 was the opening of New Skin in Indonesia, and she started 2007, and from there she has been doing. And after how many years she's doing, after she has 2 children, then she's been thinking like, what am I doing? Because if she wants to be rich, she already have money. And she was asking herself a lot of times like, what's her purpose? And one of it, she said that she was actually having a conversation with a lady, and this lady said that because the lady, I think she asked about what's her purpose, and she said that then the lady actually answering like, God, always glorify God. And yeah, I mean, and when she shared, then that's where she was thinking. And because she's Christian, and she has been praying all this while, and asking God for help. And the interesting part, she said that always glorify God, because once you always glorify God, God will actually give and ease the way to our to our journey. And she also said that it's a journey, it's a process, and of course we need to be patient with it. But at the same time, it's possible because God is the one who created all of us. And she said that like Samsung, iPhone, all, when it's broken, all go back to the manufacturer. So the same goes to us. When we died, we go back to our creator. So like she said that that's where she was thinking like, the purpose of this life. What is the purpose of this life? And that's what the one that I summarized, which is the first is to actually glorify God, and to always have hope. Okay, because God is great. So she's very humble, and she said that she's actually not really that clever and all that stuff. But she said that because of God, anything is possible. And it means that even if you think that you don't have those skills, you can have the skills, but you need to actually work for it. Yeah, and it's also a reminder for myself, because of course there will be ups and downs, but one thing for sure, when you know your purpose really well, it helps you to actually, yes, we need God. And when we know our purpose, we can actually, even though it's going up and down, it's still we're enjoying the roller coaster, am I right? And we still go heading to our destination. And one of it, she said that we need to know our destination. She talks a lot, and she talks a lot of beneficial things, but I will share just a short of it. And yeah, okay. So, and the second one is ourselves, which is we need to start ourselves before we share or lead others. We always need to lead ourselves, and that's one of the leadership qualities that we need to have. And the third one is which is we need to treat our family more better than others. It means that our family, we must treat our family better, and that's where it's going to start our communication skills better. Because if we didn't treat our family not good, that's where it will affect other people as well. because our family knows more about us, and that's how a leadership supposed to be. Then the last one, which is the people around us. Because she said that she was ashamed for being in Indonesia, but then like after that she was thinking like for all this while, when she lives in Indonesia, she really liked those people, and that's where she is motivated because of her purpose for God, and she drive her to actually help her community that has been, like helping her through this journey. And that's where when she linked back to God, then like basically because she said that all of us, all of us have God. So we have that one thing, which is we are all connected with each other, regardless whether we're Chinese, Malay, Indian, anything, we are together. And that's where when we are united, when we are connected, when we have that communication skill, because this beautiful about this business is a human business where we need to connect with people. And from there, it helps. From there, she actually gained a lot of success. And not just success, she actually helped a lot of people. Like she produced a lot of leadership leaders from her team. And that's where she grew, and she get Ibu Yus, one of the great leaders in New Skin. So I think that's all, which is the four things: God, ourselves, family, and the last one, which is the people. And that's all from me. And thank you so much, everyone. And all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Nasrul, for the wonderful sharing. Okay, I'm the last speaker. I hope you all haven't fallen asleep. Okay, I try to make it brief. Already 11. The speaker that I'll be talking about is Pak Ronnie, the most famous. He's the organizer, Team Elite and $5 million circle member. Okay, he and okay. So to begin with, I like the initial part where he showcased a video that he acknowledged all the team about their role in this VSS lah. The short video shows, like, I think some of you mentioned already, like the team player, like they integrate the teamwork, and they delegate OTG as a team, delegate the task lah, like event director, floor director, and all this. So I like that he acknowledged the effort of the team. And after that, he give the free collagen drink. If you remember, everybody rush go and take the collagen drink. There's 24 bottles, so everybody like, who wants the drink? Everybody grab. And then there's a role play lah. So before the role play, he shares some story. So the story that about, I think some of you might have remembered a bit of it, about the farmer that left the family something. But unfortunately, the legacy that he left behind is actually a saddle. So I just go through briefly. The saddle that he give is he left behind only a saddle. So the whole village and all these, they were like kind of like a puzzle lah, a farmer with all these land and animals. He left behind a saddle, but there is a secret to it lah. So to them, it's like it's bad luck. You left behind with just a saddle. So what can you use the saddle? So then as a community, they see things as a bad luck, not a good luck. But somehow there is a twist. One day a horse came by and into the farm, a black horse. Then the young farmer who take over the place, like kind of like, hey, there's a black horse, so there's a purpose. So from that point, the society, the people around, wow, you are so lucky, a special black horse, a stallion came by and at your farm, and for you to kind of like use it, tame it, for the business, for the farm. So he can put the saddle and train the horse. So it goes by quite good. 1 week later, the horse disappeared, ran away or walked away. Then the whole town go and like back mouth again. Hey, you're so unlucky, the whole stallion came and after left. What's the use? You're full of bad luck. So is in life, right? How you see things is very subjective. In the front of the eyes, when things are bad, people perceive as bad, but actually there's a good in it. Good things might happen later. you know. Then after that, the horse bring two more horse. So now they have 3 horse, and sometime later. So the society kind of like, oh, okay, kind of like happy again. Then after that, something bad happened, you know, while he was trying to train the 3 horses, then he fell from the horse, then he broke his leg. So again, become a bad luck, a good luck, become a bad luck. And then eventually the ultimatum is actually there is a war going on, so it's required for all the men to join to go to war. So for him, since he has the like accident, you know, from the horse, he broke his leg, so he was not called up, so he's one of them that survived in the village. And for the men, the rest go to war. So how we see things is very important. Don't be so judgmental. Look bad things as something positive, that something good will happen in the future. So he keep iterating, saying that there's a good response and also a bad response. So what is your story? That is something that take away. What is your story? There's always ups and down, right? Our upline, our downline, and maybe some uplines come and go, right? So you feel sad. You know, maybe like one month later, new downlines came to your picture, like 2. So it's kind of happy. Then it come and go again. So there's always something good at the end of the rainbow. So look ahead. You know, maybe yes, maybe no. You know, some people would think it differently, but you know, he keep iterating like maybe yes, maybe no. Is something for us to think about. You know, think about all the things that happen to you, the ups and downs. Use it to our advantage. Look ahead and find your why. Find your why. No regrets. If it's meant to happen, right? Bad things meant to happen. It will make you stronger. There is a purpose. You'll be a stronger person. So that is one of the story. And then he shared a short interview with Catherine. I think most of you already heard about the husband, right? So the role of the wife is he asked the wife lah, what made Dean want to go through that mission of walking 1,800 kilometers. Is actually he wants to leave behind a legacy. His whole family, I mean the guys, have died of stroke before, so he is one of them, but he survived. Thanks to Farmanex, the symptom is very mild. He survived fully, he recovered fully. So at above 60 years old, he wants to make a stand, make a point, a decision making, that if something happened to him, he still want to proceed. That means, let's say if along the way he passed out or he couldn't make it, he want the wife to continue. That shows determination. Even if he couldn't make it, he want the wife. He asked the wife to promise to proceed, to go on. He want to leave a legacy. So Alhamdulillah, so far he did make it. So the takeaway is decision making. He's very focused. You know, he's determined. Even though at his condition, he want to show that he can be as good as those people who as fit outside. You know, they're younger people who can do easily, but he's at this age, he want to show the people and his team that he can do it. Determination, and also last of it is actually planning. He need to plan. For 60 days is it requires a lot of planning. 2 months to walk from the north to the south of Vietnam. So you need some planning, like in administrative, you know, like water point, stopping point, you know, maybe take breaks, you know, location, accommodation. So it plays a part lah. So this is what he shared, the interview with Catherine. So and the struggle, a little bit of struggle for the wife and him. He never walked so long before, right? The first part, he walked 55 kilometers during the first day, take a big toll. Like his joints actually in pain, and you know, thanks to Farmanex, he got something to address the knee joint and all this, right? So then from that, she did mention that, you know, they revise the strategy from 55 to they toned down to 35 kilometers per day for 60 days. So it's within their means lah, that they can handle lah. You know, initially they don't know, they just try 55, so it's quite hard lah for them. Yep. Okay, then after that, he proceed with another slide saying, what's your dream? Okay, what's your dream is very important. Showing like the interview just now, right? Your dream, you have to overcome all obstacles. And what is the price are you willing to pay for it? You know, all dream have a price, right? Right. The price of dream, you know, you have to overcome your fear. You have to be uncomfortable. You have to work hard. Then he break up into 2 points. The pain of discipline and the pain of regrets. Okay. The pain of discipline involves like persistence. You know, you have to persistent, you know, the discipline, right? You have to discipline yourself. You know, if you cannot discipline yourself, example, the simple things that, you know, if you cannot discipline yourself to like wake up early in the morning, take your lunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner on the at the right time, and then you want to look good, you need to force yourself to lose weight. This is self-discipline. You have to overcome that, and it's not easy. Some can be painful, you know, losing out your the food that you like. And then also discipline of rejection. Rejection is also a discipline where you need to numb yourself, equip yourself. The more rejection you have, the more prepared you are. So you learn, with all the rejection, all the rejection that you have, the question that you cannot answer, you take into account and, find out the answers for it. Yeah, and then in Islam is istiqomah lah, persistence lah, keep doing. Then the pain of regret is about talking about the loss of loss of the people around you. Regrets as in, like, if you say the wrong thing, you want to pursue your dream so hard that you might cross path some people, you might step on someone's toes, you might say the wrong thing, so you might lose your client. We go through it, I think most of us went through that before. Sometimes we don't mean it, we say something actually kind of like one uplifting, but somehow the other party might take it a bit more seriously and offended. Yeah, that is quite normal, but we learn from it. So that's the pain of regret. So in the end, we lost the person. The person that don't want to talk to you anymore, block you, especially in the social media. Sometimes you comment wrongly. Sometimes you comment actually something nice, but to them it's like, double-edged sword. And heartbreak lah. Heartbreak regrets of maybe the person that you love, your close one, the family, like families lah, brothers, sisters, parents who actually don't want to join you, or maybe don't want to support you, don't want to take your advice, and things happen to them and not within your control. So that is the pain of regret. So these are some of the price that you have to pay for it. Maybe not in money, but in terms of responsibility. Okay. Then while doing this, I think the role play that, remember the collagen thing, he asked the people to hold straight, right? So after like 10 minutes of the interview and all this, so most of them are tired lah. So basically they give up holding up their hand, holding the bottle of collagen. So some of them put it down, some leans against the shoulder, lean against someone else. So the takeaway for this is, when you hold the water, the drink, or shall I say load, you have a load or burden, you cannot hold it in certain way because we are not designed for it. Our body is not designed to hold the water in that way. If you hold the water, put it resting on your legs, resting on your body or something, that would be easier, right? Or there are other ways of holding the water. But so this is a takeaway for him, is like, we are not designed to hold the burden. We need to let it go. We need to let go. So everybody has a limit. Maybe that bottle is too heavy. So maybe a spoon or maybe a small cup is easier for other people to hold. Okay, that's just some example lah. And then the next one, he touched about the habit. Some habits about negative habits and the positive habits. So this one, he touched on the habits of avoiding pain, and also the other habit of extreme positivity that can be a turn off. Okay, avoiding pain is a resistance. Most of us, we are like to be safe, like working in the rice iron bowl in some big companies where it's safe. You don't want to come out from the comfort zone. So most of us, the working people outside, maybe they don't want to let go. So they don't want to change. So that can be a fear for them, you know. And then the fear also applies to the concept of MLM. Sometimes, you know, they think, oh, MLM, okay lah, MLM sometimes very shady and all these. Just now some of you mentioned, right? In Islam, in the Sharia is approved. New Skin is approved Sharia. That means in Islamic wise is clear, is clean, and is approved lah, certified lah. So the fear of the identity of the business also. So that is like the fear of the business, the fear of letting go of what they are doing right now, and poverty lah. Poverty, like I would say, poverty. They don't want to look poor. They rather work hard physically. They tend to be like workaholic. And then I know sometimes if you are in the like customer service side or marketing side, they would do beyond ethical limits. Maybe some they cheat, some they lie to get some sales and all these. These are the negative things. So they don't want to lose out. So this is the some of the traits, a habit that, you know, sometimes we don't know our clients or our future business builders have, that they need to overcome. Okay, this is one. The other extreme is the one which is extremely positive and flashy. Flashy as in, you know, some other MLM example, you know, they like to flash like their recognition. Sometimes they have cars. When you reach a certain title, they like to flash. Okay, I drove a Merc. I reached this pin title, even though actually they don't actually, how to say, have enough to buy. They cannot afford, but you know, they're willing to take loans and all this just to show status wise. So they are positive to show their success by spending more, and which is, to me, is unnecessary. Like that's what Pak Ronnie is saying, that, you know, you don't want to be in that position where you want to show everything. You know, show it with sincerity. Like if you can afford, just don't. You know, you don't have to show that, okay, when you reach a certain title, you have to get a Merc, you have to drive a BM luxury car, continental car to show your status. You don't have to do that. Use your heart, you know. That is one of it. The other one of it is like showcase prosperity. Prosperity, wealth, you know, house, you know, other than car, the house, you know, their lifestyle, dinner, you know, nightlife, they like to go drinking, you know, social life, like very flashy, you know, doing the business, and then, you know, they have a good social life, but in actual fact, they are very tired, they are stressed out every night. They, you know, they work so hard, they get shagged. That part we don't see. Hello, Gaisan. How are you? Yeah, so that is another part of it. And finally, futility. Futility is, you know, I never used this word before, but it's something they call it flexing lah, flexing abundance lah. You know, whatever small thing you like to flash in the social media, you know. So this can be positive to show people, hey, I make it, I made it here, I did this, I did that, I travel here, I fell there. So this is something that Pak Ronnie want to emphasize, that you must have a purpose. What are you doing all this for? You're flashing all this, you're flexing, you're showing big cars, your pin title, whatever. What is your purpose actually? You know, it can be empty inside, you know. Yeah, that, so he must have a balance. You don't want to be too negatively, you know, avoiding and all this. Don't want to do this. Don't want to change and move on. But the other one is flashy and want to do all these things. So he emphasized on the purpose. What is your purpose? So that one takes to another part where he asked to sit down and write down, clear your head. He played some music. It's actually trying to clear your heart, your mind, and your soul. Ask yourself deep inside, what do you actually want? You know, before you can find your purpose, right? He mentioned that you have to remove your burden. Okay, then he showed a video, the burden that you have, you know, sometimes because you have a burden, right? Maybe you have financial issues, you have, you know, loans that you need to clear. So that will hinder your purpose. Your purpose is actually to clear the loan, actually. So your focus is actually, you know, paying off, not moving on, but actually just riding on. You have to move ahead to overcome the financial burden that you have, not riding it. Like, you know, when you're walking up the escalator, right? The escalator is going down. But you are walking up the escalator, which is going down. So you are not going anywhere actually. So that is the part where he emphasized what is the purpose. Then the last part of it, he showed the motivation video clip. Be at war. Okay. Be at war is not to go to war. Okay. Be at war with yourself. War, fight your, how to say, kalau in Malay is nafsu, your shortcomings. Fight your lust, your shortcoming, fight yourself. Okay. He played that video a few times. Then he wants people to, you know, close their eyes, you know, clear their heart and think, you know, stay focused and be a leader. Be a leader for your family. Okay. And be a leader for your community, religion, and no surrender. Overcome your fear and obstacles. Then with all this, right, if in order for you to become a leader and all this, you need tools. So the tools, when you want to go to war, you have to be prepared. Prepared as in you have to have the tools. Maybe the tools will be, you need to read more, you know, read more, watch more videos on how to overcome your obstacle, what you want to fight, maybe your inner shortcomings, you know, learn, go for training. Then you have to find your strategy, you know, what is your weakness and what are your plans, you know, involves planning. And then if you want to grow big, you need teamwork. Okay, so the last part is, are you ready? Okay, are you ready? So, okay, are you ready? That time we went to this quantum rescue video. He keep motivating us. Are you ready? In Indonesian, ready, ready. So time for war, everyone. Okay.
Time to sleep.
Okay, and now time to sleep. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you everyone. So I think more or less we have understood better. But so if you need like slides or what, you can just ask any one of us lah. Or the videos. I think we already shared the video, right? So good to go through it again. Okay, so I think now it's time to rest so that we can go to war tomorrow.
Can I just close by saying thank you very
Yes.
much? Yeah, thank you very much for all the sharing and the translations and everything. I think it's really teamwork. And I just want to add that the past 2 days, right? I'm sure there will be some leaders that you can really relate to the sharing, or some of the sharings, right? It really resonates with you. Because those leaders or those sharing that resonates with you, right? It really reflects our mindset at that point. It's at that point, you know, something that we need, and you heard something, it really, you know, you can really relate. So if you you know, if any of the leaders really resonates with you, right, go and listen through again the sharing, the recording. Go and listen through, internalize it, because that's what you are facing at that point, at this point. Okay. And all these people asking for secrets, what are the secrets, what are the tips, right? It's all shared in there already by the various leaders. It's all shared, just that whether you want to follow through or not. Okay, so these OTG leaders, they are quite selfless. You know, they share a lot of what they are going through. Actually, it's bear out for all of us, you know, including sidelines, you know, right? So those are the secrets. You just have to listen to it and do it. Okay, so thank you again. Thank you very much for tonight's sharing. I really appreciate it. Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah. Okay, and we'll see each other on Wednesday, right? Very soon, 2 more days. Okay, and volunteer yourself. Be proactive. The ones who volunteer, be like Andy Gumai. You'll grow, become $1 Million Circle. Okay. All right. So that's all. Anybody has any more things to say?
Just invite people this Wednesday. I'm going to talk about gut health. So more understanding of why the gut health is important. So probably slightly different. So probably you can bring them in, but I will still talk about respect, of course. All the way to respect.
Hey, Lumi Spa IO is coming, no? Lumi Spa IO is coming next month for EBDs. Sorry, for EBPs, okay? So you still have a chance to qualify to be VP. If you notice, right, the quantity is only 5. Only 5 pieces. If you understand New Skin's logic, right, is 5 pieces is for you and your 4 leaders. EBP, right? Right. So you still have time to qualify for it, right? If not, right, if you really can't, approach your upline. Your leaders must get a set by September. And that's how you can use it and also go and talk to people and demo and all these. Okay. And also Joe Chang is coming to Singapore 17th of September. When is ticket on sale? This Thursday, you know?
28.
Thursday. This Thursday, okay? So if you
25th.
25th.
this
sorry.
Thursday, this Thursday, and I think you'll be sold out very fast, right? So if you can't make it to showcase on Thursday to purchase, right? Anybody needs help, let me know. I think we'll be there early. And you text me how many tickets you need, we'll help you get. Okay. And then I was sharing with Wani this afternoon, right? That I saw on the IG of some Taiwan leaders this new thing called TR Me. TR Me, you know, it's like really, you know, like what the just now Farid shared, right? You know, New Skin really have a pipeline of products already. We have body IO, we don't know what is it, right? But the Korea side, Korea already has this thing called TR Me. I think it's a Empower Me version of TR90. Wow. Yeah, it's milk tea version, the shake, and then got some capsule. It's amazing. Okay. So this is really a very innovative company. Innovation is really in our DNA. Right. So we are so many steps ahead of our competitors, so they can't catch up at all already. They can't catch up because the company is always fighting with themselves to get better and get better. It's not fighting a competition, it's with ourselves. From TRA to TR90, then TR Me. You should be very excited about New Skin, your future. Okay? The pearl milk tea, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. All right. Okay, so that's all I want to share. So we see everybody on Wednesday, okay? All right, good night, everyone. Good night. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Everyone, good night.
Good night.